What's up, fam? Welcome to Cooking with Nathan. I am international hip-hop legend Nathan Villains, and today I feel like doing something simple that I'm obviously going to convolute. We're going to do some pizza and some wings. And since wings are by far the most time-consuming ordeal we're going to be doing today, that we're facing today, whatevs, you know what I'm saying, today, we're going to start with the chicken, the drudge, and we're going to go from there. So get on over here and see what I'm doing.
Yeah. Cooking with Nathan. We cooking with Nathan. You cooking with Nathan. Cooking with Nathan. Cooking with Nathan. We cooking with Nathan. Cooking with Nathan. Cooking with Nathan. You cooking with Nathan. Who's cooking? I'm cooking. We cooking. You cooking. You cooking with Nathan.
So the first thing you want to do, get on your glove. I'm probably only going to wear one on this hand because I got a big boy boo-boo on my little digit. You want to marinate these in a marinade made from buttermilk and a couple other things. So the first thing I'm going to do, come over here, get my buttermilk. All they had at the Walmart was the low-fat kind, so that's what we're working with today. You get a bowl about this size. I'm not really sure about what technical size it is. If I had to say, I'd probably say, if I had to, about a half quart, maybe a full quart. But you're gonna pour some of that shit in there. Leave room for the chicken because it does displace a lot of this liquid. And then we're going over here. I put Worcestershire sauce in mine. That's the first secret ingredient I'm gonna let you in on. About a tablespoon and a half of that right in there. And then we are going to add some pickle juice because why the fuck not? We can do that. We're all adults here. Boom. Oops. About a tablespoon of that. Don't mind that. That's why we have paper towels so we can clean up our mistakes. And boy, do I wish I had a life-size paper towel. Anyway, moving on. We are going to add our pepper. Boom, boom, boom. You want a shitload of that in there. So that's the black pepper. Just a great value, whatever you have is fine. I like to not use like the pepper mill for this one just because it's gonna be in the fryer for a while, it's gonna burn, and you want something that's not as high quality, not as fresh, if you will. Second, salt, 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 salt. Get your salt in there. Boom. Cayenne pepper. And if you're wondering, everything I'm adding to this is probably about a tablespoon. Don't mind me. Onion powder, a little bit of garlic, and then the piece de resistance, some Louisiana hot sauce. I swear by this shit, and I'm gonna work with it later on in the episode. There's that patented wink. Last time I couldn't look at the camera without winking. This time I'm gonna try to do a dead-eyed stare. Then you want to leave it as it is. It's a work of art. Just kidding. You want to whisk that shit. Make sure everything's all incorporated. All right, now we're ready to move on to our chicken cutting. So what I like to do, see this big piece of fat right here? Just go ahead and saw that off. Toss it aside. And then we are going to start right here and cut it short ways so that we can make sure that when we set that aside, it actually makes a couple of pieces we can work with instead of those annoying little bitches that you can't do nothing with. Then turn those, bam, bam, directly into the marinade. Boom. Boom, like fucking emerald. You know what I'm saying? Then the last two, make sure they're good and incorporated in there. All right, so the thing about this marinade is you want the chicken to marinate for 2 to 24 hours. we don't have time for that shit. So I have a batch that is already, oh goddamn, oh fuck, it's already prepared. All right, so since we have our pre-marinated chicken, we are going to move directly on to the breading. Now for the breading, we are obviously going to start with all-purpose flour. About 2 cups in there. I like to eyeball it because who has time for measuring cups anyway? Takes me back to my early 20s, you know what I'm saying? Just a lot less bags. JK. So after you get that in there, you're gonna wanna start with salt. And when you do this one, when you do this breading, you're gonna wanna take everything up a notch so all the flavors really shine through. And this is my secret ingredient, tahine. Put the tahine in there. The Tajin, as my white folks say. This is some oregano. Oh shit. Some white pepper. A little bit of basil. Garlic powder. Pepper. Oh shit. Nothing? Nothing, dude. It'll be good, I promise. It'll be fine. And some cayenne. For color, you know. And then generally you want to mix all that in. Like so. If you're fancy and you have like an emulsifier or something, you could use that as long as it's just all dry ingredients, or you're gonna fuck everything up. So it'll be a genius. Don't try to be a hero, you know what I'm saying? So now we're going to move on. So now we're going to move on to the breading of the chicken wings. And for that, you see how I have this set up? You should do the same fucking thing. Over here, closest to the air fryer basket, we have the breading. And right here, we have the buttermilk marinade. These have been marinating for about 3 hours at this point, so they're ready to go into here. And we're gonna do wet hand, dry hand. I'm gonna keep this hand dry, this hand wet. Here's the first little nugget we're gonna drop into here. Make sure all the crevasses and shit are filled with the flour. Some people do a double dredge. I'm not gonna do that shit. I just like it simple. Do that, boom, into there, like fucking emerald, baby. Am I right? Am I right? Of course I am. And then we're just gonna repeat this process over and over again until there's no more chicken, or you know, the world ends, whatever. Oh shit, I just fucked up my own process. Whatever, not a huge deal. Oh yeah, yep. I don't know if this happens to you guys, but sometimes when I'm doing something that's very involved, my nose will start to run like a faucet. And I know that's very appetizing and something that you actually want to hear about in a cooking video, so you're welcome. In the actual air fryer basket, you want to make sure these have enough space between them so that they can get, you know, kind of attacked on all sides by that convection air, if you will. You know what I'm talking about? You're gonna make a mess, it's okay. You have hands and you can clean it up because you're a big boy or big girl or big they, them. You know what I'm talking about? All right, so next step in the process, you're gonna come over here, you fucking hear me? And you're gonna preheat it. Now, the air fryer, the god of all fryers, tells me that for chicken wings, we're gonna preheat it to 360. So that's what we are going to do. Air crisp, 390. Okay, never mind, temperature, there we go. Full disclosure, I've never actually used an air fryer before today, so this is a learning experience for both of us. And we're gonna go to, I don't think it needs 25 minutes because there's no bones. And then we're gonna hit start. Now, it's gonna get a little loud in here. You're gonna have to fucking deal with it.
Yup, that's me. I bet you're wondering how I got here. Well,
Turns out when you forget to charge the lapel mics, they have a tendency to fucking die mid-shoot. Who would have guessed? Not Johnny Arson, that's for sure. So, for the rest of the episode, I will be doing a voiceover because we were unable to salvage any of the audio from the rest of the episode. I hope you enjoy. Okay, now, I'm just talking about some bullshit. We're gonna go ahead and put these chickens in the air fryer that we've already preset to a designated temperature and a designated time limit. Yeah. And we've jump cut to when the chicken wings are supposed to be done, but if you take a look in here once I open it, 1 second. There's me. They are not fucking done. This air fryer is trash. Yep, those are some grisly looking chicken wings. And there's more of those abominations. So we're gonna switch to frying them with oil, is what we're gonna do, in a cast iron skillet. Editor's note, I will never use an air fryer again. This is the first and the last time that I did this. Snap it yourself, and then talk to your producer. And then we switch them over here real fast. We're going super fast. If you don't do it this fast, you're doing it wrong. Make sure the oil's hot, by the way. Talking to the camera real fast. And we have jump cut to when they are done. This is what they're supposed to look like. Flip off the camera like a professional. A wink at it. I bet you're wondering where I got that snazzy apron I'm wearing, aren't you? Do you want a hidden hand shirt? Well, you're in luck because now we're introducing the Mythic Underground online store. That's right, you can now have a wide variety of merch ranging from hoodies to shower curtains, wall clocks to coffee mugs, and even backpacks and mouse pads. Head on over to redbubble.com/mythicmadness. That's redbubble.com/MYTHICMADNESS. Or click on the link in the description if Johnny Arson remembered to put it in there. And go and grab whatever drip you want to get your hands on. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching Cooking with Nathan. And now, back to my stupid ass trying to whip up some meals. Alright, here's more of my stupid face talking at the camera. I wonder what I'm talking about here. It looks like pizza dough mix. Now look, I make shows for busy parents. I'm never claiming that I'm a culinary genius. So yes, I cheat. I got some great value pizza dough mix from Walmart. What are you gonna do about it? Do you know how long it takes to make an actual dough from scratch? You have to let it sit overnight. I want you to show me one working dad who has time for that shit. Each one of these pizza dough packages requires a half a cup of hot water. I used a cup and a half in total for everything. Go ahead and dump them in your bowl. And now I have a measuring cup. Here I am getting water. I don't know what I'm talking about right here, but it looks like something seductive. Go ahead and dump your water into your pizza dough. Give it a stir. Use a fork and not a whisk because all that dough will accumulate inside of it and cause you a bunch of grief that you probably don't want to deal with while you're cooking a pizza. Here my chubby little hands are in fast mode, stirring those. Applaud for yourself and then laugh at your hands because they're hilarious. Now add a little bit of olive oil when everything is as thick as you want it to be, because she thick, you feel me? Make sure you use a little brush, get all the nooks and crannies. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe a little more. Lube her up good, you know? You want her to glisten. You want the dough to glisten, all right? There was a shot of my butt, shot of the dough, shot of my butt again. And then you want to drape a moist paper towel over the bowl and let it sit for about 5 minutes. There's some garlic. We've all seen what we do with garlic. There is my secret weapon, ranch seasoning. Here I am cutting garlic, because it wouldn't be a Cooking with Nathan video if I didn't have 10 minutes of garlic cutting. Applaud yourself again. Prepare yourself for butter. I am getting butter right now. Unwrap the butter. Make sure the camera sees it. Okay. All right, I made that look easy, didn't I? Now you're gonna wanna put the butter on the stove because you're actually gonna prepare for the pizza. This is like the pre-sauce pizza lube is what I like to call it. Yes, it is. Throw that on about medium-high heat. Applaud yourself again. And then we're cutting to the melting of the butter. Applaud yourself again. And then you're gonna wanna season everything up after I'm done talking at the camera. Don't look at my vape. All right, go ahead and put your garlic into the butter. That little slat in the cutting board is actually for accurate dumping. Some people think it's to hang it from a wall. I say no. Make sure you get every last little piece of garlic. Blah, 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 blah. All right, now we are going to combine our ingredients into the butter. And that's going to be salt, my ranch crack seasoning, pepper, oregano, garlic powder, and a little bit of, God damn it, I forgot the spice's name. Basil, that's it. We're gonna put a little bit of basil in there too. So that's all these ingredients coming at you super fast. A little bit of oregano, a little bit of that there basil. One more, there we go. Then mix it in slow-mo. All right, now moving on, you want to thoroughly flour your surface for rolling out the dough. Turn it all out on the table. Make sure you get your hands in there. If you got a big boy boo-boo like I do, make sure you wear a glove. I ran out of sanitary gloves to use during this part, so I'm just going bareback. Generally, you don't want to do that. Form the dough into a cohesive sphere, and then cut it in half, and then maybe half again, depending on how many people you're feeding. For this one, I believe I did 4 to 5. So I cut that many pieces of dough. Go ahead and put your paper towel back over the dough bowl, and then proceed to roll out your dough even further. Flatten it. Run in panic back to the stove because you forgot to turn your butter off. Look at that shit. Nom, 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 nom. Nom, 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 nom. That's some good looking butter. Wink. Back to this shit. Go ahead and pound out your dough. Make sure it's good and flat. You want a pretty even circle. Go ahead and pick your pizza dough up. Stretch it out to cover more surface area. So you can put more butter and more sauce. Throw it up in the air. Throw it up in the air, even if you've never done it before. Just do it. Struggle with it. Throw it again. This is all required. If you're not doing this, don't even bother with the recipe. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear your comments below telling me how wrong I am. None of that. Please comment. Please comment below. Like and share too. Anyways, you are going to want to transfer the dough onto a tinfoil laden pan, and then get your butter and spread that seasoned butter all over the dough, adding more flavor, richness, and delicacy or whatever. Get all your shit out of the fridge in one go and smile stupidly at the camera. Grab a spoonful of sauce and put it onto your dough. I use Rayo's roasted garlic marinara sauce. I know it's for spaghetti, but I use it for pizza. That's my prerogative. I also use fresh mozzarella. The freshest that I could. Don't look at that. I don't know why there's a fucking zoom in on my vape, but you don't need to be looking at that. Back to the pizza. Freshest cheese I could find at Walmart's. And we are going to be pulling randomly sized, ununiform blobs of cheese off of this stick because I don't feel like grating or chopping cheese. And I feel like this way is a little more authentical. You understand? So go ahead and cover it in cheese, slowly, painfully slowly. There we go. Sped up a little bit. Cheese, and pepperoni time. We're gonna throw some peps on here. 1, 2, 3 pepperoni. Ah, ha, ha. 5 for this tiny little guy in total. Just kidding, 6. 6 for this guy. And then for the finishing touch on the pizzas, we are going to put some fresh grated Parmesan cheese. If you'll notice, it actually is not freshly grated, it's prepackaged. Okay, preheat oven 450 degrees, throw the pizzas in there. Talk to people about nothing. Look, on these pizzas I put pickles. Sorry. More Parmesan cheese on the pizzas. Finishing touches. More Parmesan. Bada bing, bada boom. Parmesan on the pizza. Applaud yourself. More butter. We are actually going to use even more butter. Why? Because we are getting ready to prepare the wing sauce. Forget your cutting board is behind you. Go ahead and cut that butter in half. Return it to the pan that you had your pizza butter in, because you can actually recycle that into your wing sauce. For this, I like to use quite a bit of honey, just an absurd amount of honey, just honey for days, and an equal amount of Louisiana hot sauce. I don't know why, but for some reason, if you use any other hot sauce, this will come out tasting like ass. This one does not, though. My secret ingredient is tahine. That is Tajin for the white folks. Use a bunch of Tajin for this recipe, right? Then you mix it all together, make sure everything's good and incorporated. I don't know why I'm using a brush and not a whisk or something. Never said I was a professional. Again, I want to reiterate, can't really tell what oh, more honey. I'm putting more honey in here. Mix it some more. Applaud yourself again because you've been working hard. And now we are cutting the pizza. Look how beautiful this one came out. I put a pepperoni right in the center of the pizza so I can gauge where it is. That way when I cut it, all the slices are pretty even. For this, I did not have a pizza cutter, so I'm using a butcher's knife, like a stupid American. And from here, we are going to drizzle our wing sauce on our boneless wings. Make sure you get it all over the table, because it wouldn't taste as good if you didn't. Completely miss your wings. Just waste it. Just waste the sauce, because the mystery adds to the dish. And look how I missed that one on the end there. It's lonely. After that, add some green onions to the top of these. Try to salvage the presentation. And here we have our meal. One tiny little personal pizza. And wings. Honey glazed buffalo wings. Thank you for watching Cooking with Nathan. I have been Nathan. Again, if you want to get yourself one of these aprons, go to redbubble.com/mythicunderground. I'm sorry, Mythic Madness. redbubble.com/mythic madness and pick yourself up one. Pick up some Nathan Villains merch too. Hell, you can pick up some Hidden Hand merch as well. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. This is your boy Nathan Villains signing off. Thank you for watching. Peace.